The beauty of togetherness and the feelings of longevity of youthfulness. Hello everyone, welcome back to another segment. Into this episode, we are going to check in our Chinese mama and also our Chinese grandpapa in the Chinese environment. For the time being, many have been asking, are they wedding new? Are they actually doing wedding? Well, for seeing this particular clip, I guess you're so blessed. And from seeing this is actually a Chinese mama and also a Chinese grandpapa. Yes, we want to say before we forge ahead, we want to say big congratulations to both of them to clock a 40th anniversary. It's not 40, guest is 40 anniversary. And the long way they've gone, in love, the togetherness, the understanding that the couple, have built and how they've been all through that road in terms of marriage. For some, having been in marriage for just 1 year or for 6 months gets tired of it. I think if you're in that category, it's time for you to come or draw your chair closer. Let's talk and let's view things together. If you're checking our recent video, we always talk about love and also lovelies. If you know the meaning of what it entails, it goes a wide range and it expands itself to explain more about life itself. For many are being confused and many do not know the secret, to strive increasingly in marriage. And many comes with a question, what is the secret for women, to strive increasingly in marriage? For thousands years back or for decades, women have been, one way or the other, want to relate themselves, from marriage, and many felt that marriage itself is stress. They don't see the beauty in marriage, they don't see, the love in marriage, and they don't even feel the joy in marriage. And as time goes on, you felt and you feel that the partner is just that ordinary being. Where is the love? Where is the first sight? And where is that ignite, that first, join you guys together, or that brings you guys together, or makes you guys to go ahead to work on the highs and say, yes, I do. Yes. So let's find out the secrets behind this. In fact, the truth to all the matter, or to the questions being asked, and the findings, I think the answer often lies in the husband. What does this mean? When we say the answer often lies, in the husband. According to the Chinese culture, there is an ancient saying which says, when the husband leads with love, the wife follows with grace. For so many, this is a very hard saying and it's very hard, to consume. But a wide understanding, we go a long way to explain this particular saying. Well, what it means is that, when the husband live with love, when the husband actually loves, when the husband loves, the wife naturally responds with tenderness. In other words, a good husband, can bring out the best in his wife. You can see they are not saying the wife, they are not saying or we are not saying that the wife should lead. We are talking about now the husband, because everything lies in the head. The husband is the head of the home and he is the leader of the home. So when love, when the husband, leads with loves, the wife respond naturally, and she doesn't take stress. It doesn't take it doesn't take much fighting, much argument for the wife, to respond to that particular love with the husband, is showering upon his wife. So a good husband can bring out the best in his wife. Are you a good husband out there? I think with this clip, I think we're calling her to this particular to watch and also to understand the meaning of marriage, to understand when we say a couple loves and also stay together. We are celebrating our Chinese grandmama and also our Chinese grandpapa 40th anniversary. 40th anniversary, and that goes a long way to explain why. If you come to ask them, how do they reach to this particular level? How do they, amount to reach this particular stage of their life, togetherness, and still being in joy and being so much happy with each other without quarrel, without fighting? Yes, something sometimes, the misunderstanding is there. Surely it's there. But how is the misunderstanding? How is it handled? How did they come to love themselves so dearly? It lies mostly upon our Chinese grandpapa. As you can see, he's always, if you check in our recent video, you realize that our Chinese grandpapa is always bending head, helping out our Chinese grandmama in her activities, even in the cooking aspect, even in the cleaning aspect, even taking care of the grandchild. Our Chinese grandpapa is always there, showing care and showing love, and that makes our Chinese mama to look so young, and to be so much appreciating her husband every time and every moment, ensuring that she should prepare special delicacy for him at all time. Well, some would say, what about the woman? Doesn't mean that she doesn't have any responsibility to hold. While I would say, well, a good wife is said to be a cornerstone of a happy family. And since you have chosen her, let's go deeply. Let's explain further for those that doesn't understand our first statement. I think since the man in court, since you've chosen your partner, and since you've chosen her as your partner, you should cherish her properly. You have the ability. You should cherish what you've chosen in the first place. That thing that strike you, to make you to love her, to make your spirit, to say this is my missing rib. That zeal, that ignite, that magnet should be there, or should not be thrown her way. Since you've already chosen her to be your partner, to be with you, to be your soulmate, you should cherish her properly. The more you cherish her, the softer she becomes, and that is the fact, and that is the truth of all the matter. The more you cherish her, the more and the softer you will see that she becomes. You note that here in this clip, our Chinese grandpapa always cherish our Chinese grandmama. He always be with her, loved her, helped her, and that makes our Chinese grandmama to be more softer. If you look in a recent clip, if you go down, you will see more and more of what we're talking about. Well, as time goes on, you will notice that she will grow gentler and more charming. And when life gets tough, you must become a support. Respect her in front of others, and also protect her at home. How do you handle your wife? How do you handle her? Matters a lot. You can see that our Chinese grandpapa has done a lot of work. Some persons have not been able to reach to this stage. Some person are up to this stage, but could not even attain the joy, or should I say retain or appreciate their wife. You can see the emotion, you can see the love, you can see the beauty of togetherness. You can see when we talk about pure love, when we talk about real love, our Chinese grandpapa will not say, my wife is this, my wife is that, but he appreciates what he has chosen at first. He appreciates her, he appreciates our Chinese grandmama so well, and that makes her to feel in heart, and that makes them the both couples to stay young and feel happier. What is it in this life? What is it in life? What are you looking for? What will a man or a woman be looking out of a marriage or out of his marriage? For marriage being a strong entity, or should I say a strong union, should not be taken for granted and should be respected by all in the community and also in the society at large. All right, I think when we do that and we respect your wife, when you respect your wife more, this is how trust is built. Many will be talking about trust. Trust. I think in our subsequent edition we are going to talk more and to enlighten more people about this particular union called marriage. All right, this is where we'll be wrapping up today's package. Before we wrap up, we want to say a big congratulations to our Chinese grandmama and also to our Chinese grandpapa. Thank you so much for showing the youth what it means to love and how to show love in, our homes. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much, for not, putting down the society together, down, and also to be an example for your son and also for the society at large. All right, this is where I'll be wrapping up today's episode. I hope you're enlightened onto this package. Please do stay tuned and stay blessed. And always remember, lovelies, stay cool for now. Bye for now.